What up, everybody? It's the Chakra Doctor. Put your money where your mouth is. June 11th, 2022, Houston, Texas. All-day healing event from 3 p.m. to 10 p.m. Private sessions, group sessions, positive food, positive music, positive people. The link is in the description of this video, and you can call the number in the flyer for more information.
An art of the rapping and putting together bars, and you were talking about syllables. And ever since you said it, because I never really paid attention to it, but ever since you said it, I've been paying attention to a lot of the music you've been putting out. And I appreciate the art form of you grabbing syllables from one bar and lining them up with syllables, and not just being the last syllable on the bar to rhyme, but every syllable within those bars to rhyme at the same time. That shit is like on a mastery level unheard of. Who else, past or present, do you see really doing that to that level where you can really appreciate their hip hop lyricism?
See, like I'm a scientist with this shit. So when I listen to rap, see, people just listen to music for different reasons. Yeah. I be listening to it for those reasons, like dissecting it for that. So I do hear a lot of dudes like might cheat sometime. We might rhyme one syllable or not even rhyme sometimes, or not rhyme correctly. But it is a lot of dudes that's dope that's been piecing up syllables for a long time. Cats like Jada, Fab. If you listen to them, like they piece up a lot of syllables, and it be like connecting like most of the time. And you won't rarely hear a line that they say that's not like pieced up properly.
Right.
So, it's not like a lot of dudes that rhyme syllables the correct way. And that's why they be like getting considered to be like lyricists and so nice. But I don't think they are. You know what I'm saying? I only like people that like follow the science. Word. So when I came with my first rap, I was piecing up syllables. You heard me on Ride or Die Volume 1 over 20 years ago, and it was over 3 syllables pieced up. That was the beginning, just 3. I probably took it to 4 and 5, but I just started with 3 back then. So I can't respect the nigga in 2022 rhyming 1 or 2 syllables the whole time, and then got lines in there where he don't rhyme at all or rhyme 1 syllable. It's like you could be even piecing up for 6 to 8 bars straight, but then you got 2 bars where you don't rhyme or you rhyme 1 syllable. It's like you lose so many points. I don't like the verse no more because you did that.
Yeah.
So
sure.
I'm like big on that. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's super important. That's what separate, you know what I'm saying, artists. And I've been doing that for 20 years straight. It's more difficult to get your point across. And I got games. It's easy to explain it. Like people don't even understand what a syllable is to even understand what I be meaning when I be saying this type of stuff. So a syllable is like the beat in words, is like the timing in the words. So like a word like ball is 1 syllable because your hand, like you could do it with the hand. How many times your hand bounce when you say the word? So when you say ball, it only bounce once. So that's 1 syllable. A word like cat is 1 syllable. A word like dog is 1 syllable. So if I ask you, give me something that rhyme with cat, you and anybody else that's listening could know something that rhyme with cat quick. Right. Like it don't even take them no time at all. It's like as soon as you say cat, bat, rat, sat, like niggas just coming up with rhymes like that because it's only 1 syllable. It's so easy to rhyme. But if you put a syllable on top of that, like now you rhyme cat easy, but now rhyme big cat, which is 2 1-syllable words, but put together it makes it 2 syllables. So that's big cat. You see how your hand moved twice. Big cat. That's 2 syllables. Now to rhyme big cat and rhyme both of the syllables correctly, not rhyme it back with bat again or rat, because that's not the correct rhyme. You're not rhyming all of the syllables. So, you know what I'm saying? In order to rhyme both of the syllables, it's going to be more difficult. So if you make it 3 syllables or 4 syllables or 5 syllables, it's going to definitely be difficult to understand how to rhyme that.
Okay.
So like on the bars I-95, when I'm rhyming, I make it seem like it's just conversation. But if I say like, you know what I'm saying, through negativity, I took an optimistic approach, right? I don't just rhyme from approach or approach. I start rhyming from a optimistic approach. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like optimistic approach. That's like 6 syllables. And I'm rhyming it each time. Like, so around negativity, I took the optimistic approach. You know what I'm saying? One of my hitters got rich, then went broke, started to hit cigarettes, dipped in wet, and got to sniffing the coke. I bought a presidential before I got permission to smoke. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I bought a presidential before I got permission to vote. You know what I mean? Got balls high before guys got prescriptions to smoke. That's 6 syllables pieced up, which is sound easy when I'm saying it. But if anybody try to think of their own 6 syllables pieced up with that, is hard. You can't do it. It's like, and then to do it in talk form, like it's going to what you trying to say, is hard. That's why you don't hear nobody do it. And all of these dudes that they say is the nicest of lyricists, when you listen to these verses that they say is nice, they not doing that. So that's the thing. I need niggas to learn the science and know the difficulty level of putting bars together.
Facts.
So would you say there's any rappers, you know, past the present that came close to doing it like that you can name?
A bunch of them. Before my time, the dudes that inspired me to do it was like Big Daddy Kane, like, you know, Lord Finesse, Cool G Rap. Like, them dudes was piecing up syllables and rhyming a bunch of multi-syllable words in a 2-bar space. So them dudes like that, like those type of guys, like, you know what I'm saying? And even before me, Harlem World had to run. They was piecing up syllables. That's why they flow sounds so much futuristic to the shit that came before them, because they was always piecing up syllables, from Mace to Cam, all them niggas. They was piecing up syllables. But like back then at that time, most of the time it was like two syllables, but they would never cheat. They would always piece up 2 syllables, and there was a bunch of them. So 740 IL clouds of cocoa. Oh no, here come Popo, stash the fofo. That's a 2 syllables piece of fofo. Oh no, like, but it's a lot of them, and it's consistent, and it's back to back pieced up. That's why I sounded new school at that time. You know what I'm saying? So there's a bunch of niggas that pieced up and stuck to the science, but it keeps advancing, and it keep growing. And you know, I feel like people need to know that 20 years ago, people was rhyming 3, like, you know what I'm saying? Like Lord Finesse was rhyming, you know, 4 syllables, you know, before I even came out. Like, you know what I'm saying? If we could battle, I'll let you pick the winner. So he start from pick the winner. I drop heavy shit like I had bricks for dinner. So it's like, it's 4 syllable piece ups back then. His niggas was doing it, but people don't understand the science. They don't know how to dissect what they even listening to.
Right.
So it was people that did it, but they didn't do it every single line of every rap, because it was just the time that they was in. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I'm saying you can't come in 2022 and rhyme less syllables than I was doing 20 years ago, or Lord Finesse and Big Daddy Kane and G Rap was doing before me. Like, straight out the motherfucking gutter. I open my shutter to butt-ass brothers and rip them like a box cutter. This G-Rap, you press up, I pull a trigger. I figure nobody could dig a Milli Vanilli ass nigga. Like, these is 2 syllable piece-ups, but there's a bunch of them in the 2-bar space. Right. And this like fucking in the 80s or something. So you can't have niggas that lyrical and piecing up syllables like that back then, and then you in 2022 and you rhyming 1 syllable. That's not acceptable.
Scientist, broke it down like a scientist.
Love this shit, man. Your what if single in the video, talk about why that was important to drop.
And people don't one more thing.
What do you think?
People think that mumble rap, people don't piece up syllables. Like, how is it mumble rap when you can understand them and they piecing up syllables? Most of the time, these mumble rappers be piecing up more syllables than the niggas that they say lyrical. I'm listening to these niggas that's supposed to be lyrical now, and they not really lyrical, and they not even piecing up right. A lot of times they not even rhyming. But you would have a nigga like, look at my wrist, I got time today. Forget them girls in the line today. Like, time today, line today, that's 3 syllables. It's pieced up like that. That's why I sound like that to your ear. It sound new, because he piecing up 3 syllables and it's fire. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like niggas got to learn the science and know like the details to be able to analyze what's hot and what's not. Or else how can you tell me what's hot? How can a nigga that don't know nothing about this shit I'm saying right now tell me how I should rap?
Facts on that.